Security is of paramount importance in most AEC industries, but probably with us in particular because we deal a lot with energy infrastructure companies. So a lot of our data is critical energy infrastructure information, which is a special classification of data that needs special handling. My name is Don Hess. I'm the Security Operations Manager at LaBella's Associates. We're an architecture and engineering firm in Rochester, New York. We do a lot of different projects with the government, the local government in this area, and private industry. We do civil, transportation, buildings engineering, architecture, basically every aspect of the AEC fields that we've started in on environmental engineering. And waste and recycling. My role as security operations manager is basically to make sure we don't get hacked primarily and that we're as secure as possible. So securing the perimeter, log monitoring, watching for intrusion attempts, those all fall under my area of responsibility. And that's where Managed Engine products have been helpful. So monitoring for compromises, making sure the data is secured and locked down is one of my responsibilities that's very important. IT infrastructure consists of 32 physical sites in addition to our primary location in Rochester. So we have the distributed model of Event Log Analyzer. We have one central server and 5 distributed servers. And then it all gets collected together by Event Log Analyzer. And then the various other tools work with that data like UEBA and Log360. It's tough to do things without automation. Managed Engine provided automation to a lot of things that we do, like log collection, log analysis and review, generating reports based on atypical types of activity. Previously, we were manually examining logs to make sure that nothing bad happened. As we started to grow, the number of logs increased, and it became literally impossible to actually do that in a manual fashion. So we needed an automated solution to help us collect the logs. Managed Engine provided that functionality. So it wasn't so much as it made it easier as it made it possible. Managed Engine has helped us improve our security posture by keeping our IT information organized, allowing us to view basically what we need to view to see the major security issues that we're dealing with. A lot of our reports come from AD Audit. Some of them come from Log360. Log360 is more of the tool that connects all of those so that you can look at it through a single pane of glass. So we use Log360 to open up one interface, and we can select different servers and get into different areas without having to switch applications and log onto each server individually. So it was helpful to consolidate everything into a single pane of glass. We get regular reports when the file system has changed in areas that we've set up for Log360 to manage. We use AD Audit to audit group memberships so that when any of the sensitive access groups have been modified, we get alerts. I get daily reports on whether or not the group membership has changed of those groups that have access to sensitive data areas. So it's been very useful in determining who has access and who's been assigning access. So when we get a report of users that have been given approval, we compare that with the list of access that's been granted by management. And when a discrepancy comes up, then we know we have an issue that we have to deal with the help desk. We have a lot of security requirements that are customer driven, and we would not be able to meet those without a product that aggregates the logs and gives us the reports we need. It would be way too difficult to assemble that data manually. So we depend on Managed Engine to focus our eyes basically on what's going on. We recently had an increase in the number of logon attempts to our VPN infrastructure. Log360 through the UEBA functionality produced a report for us that showed all the failed logins on the VPN, and it showed that they had tripled in the last couple of months. So we developed some strategies to mitigate those. IP blocking based on the IP data that was produced in the reports. One of our network admins came up with that I probably won't talk about much, but it was made possible because of the report that showed that those failed logins had increased so much in the recent past. If we were looking for a particular kind of login, the first step is to find the event ID associated with that activity. And there might be several event IDs. Then you'd have to open up the event log application on each server or connect to a remote server to collect those logs. And you'd have to do a search on either keywords or event IDs. So looking up even just a simple event, or if you wanted to know if a particular person logged on or if a particular person never logged on, it was very time consuming because you had to first find out specifically what you're looking for and then basically search on those patterns. Whereas Manage Engine's solution is more of a verbal explanation of what's going on. So you can, you answer a question like user logon activity, is something that might involve several different event IDs. But with Manage Engine, you can just pick a topic and see all the events that correspond to that activity. The reporting is the biggest feature that I like. I have regularly scheduled reports for various types of activities, group membership changes, manipulation of sensitive objects in Active Directory. We also collect file system access data. We have our highest classification of data is called restricted use data. Whenever any of that data is accessed in any way, a log is created, and we use UEBA to collect those logs. We have 30 domain controllers, I believe, and 100 or so file servers. So the amount of data that gets collected from those is very voluminous. So the search capability essentially filters it out to show what you need and what you want. Time efficient. Well, that's two words. Efficient, I guess, would be a good word to describe Manage Engine's suite of products. Log360 is a time saver, I guess I would say. My favorite things about Manage Engine actually is the support that we get. The people are always very helpful, very knowledgeable, and if there's something that they don't know, they find out and come back later. So it's been a good experience to work with the Manage Engine staff and receive the support that they offer. It's been very good. I would describe it as a relatively easy to use log aggregation tool that allows you to interpret data and more importantly, search for specific activities or user activities that you're looking for. I would say that Manage Engine, the suite of products we use, is great for log collection and analysis and reporting, basically removing a lot of the manual legwork involved in seeing the big picture and what's going on. And support has been great in helping us. We've never had trouble getting to the bottom of any issue.